Welcome back to Al's Kitchen. If you don't know me, my name is Al and this is my curry show, Al's Kitchen. I specialise in doing Indian restaurant curries at home, as well as some Desi style, which is home style, which is authentic. Subscribe to the channel. I've been making curries going back 10 years, so I'm sure there's something you'll find for you and your family. Anyway, this is a continuation of the 30-minute series where I've been cooking Indian restaurant style curries, you know, the ones you're used to from the local takeaway with that lovely gravy and all those lovely spices and smokiness, but for 4 people and in 30 minutes, just doing things a slightly different way to what's conventional in a restaurant. This week we will be cooking a nice chicken jalfrezi. I want to go back briefly to people keep asking me about where I got my wok, the size of my wok. I was not going to come back to this subject again, but I'm still being asked. So what I decided to do was try to find a solution, because the answer to the question, where did I get my wok, is you can't get it anymore. It's closed down, the shop that it came from. It's about 30 years old, came from my late mother. So there's no way you can get this anymore. So what I decided to do was have a good old look around quietly in the background, not telling anybody what I was doing, to find something that was made of the same metal, had the same non-stick properties, with the same surface area. And I have achieved my goal. I have gone to this company called SQ Professional, and they just happen to make a 36cm die-cast aluminium with triple layered non-stick coating. Now, what's great about this pan, which you can buy at home, is it's suitable for gas, electric, induction, halogen, and it is 36 centimetres, exact same as what I'm using. Now, in some ways, this might be even better because it's got nice high side walls, so you'll get reduced splashing. So this is what I'm going to be using today, and it even comes with a nice box. I will be leaving the link in the description box below so you can purchase one yourself. And they don't just come in boring black, they come in red, gold, purple and cream. Now, as I said, this is the 36 centimetre one, but it also comes in 32 centimetre. I wouldn't go any smaller than 32 centimetre. I think 32 and 36 are perfect for what we're doing, and it even comes in a lovely box. There you go, die-cast stock pot, non-stick coating. It's a die-cast aluminium, which is great for heat distribution and heat conduction, and you will produce wonderful curries with it. My mic's popped off. Right, let's have a swig. Cheers, everyone. Let's get straight to the ingredients. Well, here we have 600 grams of onion. So basically what we've done with this is I've boiled it as a pre-prep for just 10 minutes. I've kept 500 ml of the onion stock, which is going to go in the gravy. And when I've boiled these for 10 minutes, I've then just blended them. And this is basically base gravy. In here, I've got 300 grams of onion again. This time just cross-cut to create nice shards of onion. And what I've done with those onions, peppers and chilies is I've heated the pot to the point of smoking with 2 tablespoons of oil, and I've charred them. Now, with a jalfrezi, charring is really important because that charring will impart the flavour into the curry gravy itself. Well, you're going to be using 1 tablespoon of Mr. Naga or Vikki's Naga King, or any Naga pickle you have. Now, this is what they use in Indian restaurants, and this is what's going to give it that lovely little Indian restaurant twang. Now, if you don't have this, don't worry about it. You don't have to have this. I just think you get a more perfect curry with this. We're going to be using 1 tablespoon. But if you don't have this, just use 2 heaped teaspoons of hot chili powder. Right, over to the spices. We have a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of salt, half a tablespoon of Tandoori masala powder, a teaspoon of kasuri methi, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder, a tablespoon of sugar, a handful of freshly chopped coriander, and here we have 2 tablespoons of mixed powder or mild Madras curry powder or Bassar mix, take your pick, a tablespoon of Garam masala, a small piece of cinnamon stick, 1 star anise, and I have 3 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste. Right, so that's 1.5 tablespoons of ginger, 1.5 tablespoons of garlic. For the chicken, I highly recommend chicken thigh for this because it's a 30-minute curry. We'll be cooking the chicken for 20 minutes of the 30, and by the time you reach the 30, this thigh is cooked perfectly. What I like about thigh as well is it doesn't dry out because it's got a higher chicken oil content, which makes the chicken a bit nicer, chewy. It's got a bit more texture. It carries the flavour of the curries much nicer as opposed to breast, which you'll just get cubes of semi-dry chicken. You know what breast tastes like. But you can use breast if you want, just don't put it in with 20 minutes to go, put it in with 15 minutes to go. We're using 150 ml of oil. Remember, this is a curry for 4, so that's really not a lot of oil. And remember, oil is a very important key ingredient to producing a fabulous tasting curry. Right, I think that's everything now. I think we're going to get started. Don't worry if you didn't take anything in of what I said about the ingredients, because I write it all down in the description box below, so you can either just screenshot it while you're at the supermarket or write it down if you can be bothered. Right, let's start. Pour all of the oil in. Every last drop of the oil. Now I'll tell you a little secret. I don't really talk about it because people judge, but I actually use olive oil. I can't taste any difference, and no, it doesn't taste of olives. But what I like about olive oil is it's an omega-3 oil, which means it's anti-inflammatory, whereas vegetable oil and seed oils, they are omega-6, and omega-6 is pro-inflammatory. And because I suffer with mild arthritis from time to time, I notice that if I have an Indian takeaway that use vegetable oil, I get flare-ups the day after, and yeah, I'm in pain. So I've started using olive oil, and I don't have that problem anymore. In actual fact, olive oil is a good oil to eat daily, good for all sorts of reasons. Right, so now we've got all that oil nice and warmed through, we're going to put in our onion base. And we're going to fry this for 10 minutes. And that's what's so great about these curries, the way I break them down into 10-minute segments. 10 for the onion, 10 for the curry paste, and then 10 minutes to finish off. Right, I'm going to come back in 8 minutes, because in 8 minutes we're going to put in the woody spices, the star anise and the cinnamon, and we're also going to add the garlic and ginger paste. Just a little tip, add a pinch of sugar and a pinch of salt. The salt will help draw the moisture out of the onions, and the sugar will caramelise along with the onions, making them sweeter. So I'll be back in 8 minutes. Okay, so that's 8 minutes done. After 8 minutes, we'll complete the first 10 by putting in the ginger and garlic and the star anise with cinnamon stick. Right, mix those in thoroughly. Absolutely beautiful. The pot is doing a great job as well. We're going to cook that for just a minute more, and then we're going to turn it off the gas to make our curry paste. And the reason we turn it off is because I don't want it to burn the spices, or turn it very low, you know. Off goes the gas. We're going to make our curry paste now. So we're going to stick all of the spices in here. And blend them well with the onion. So what we're going to do, bloom the spices with what oil we have in here. Now we've mixed all of our spices into the base, we're going to add the tomato puree. Now remember, this is 6 tablespoons of good quality tomato puree, and I've just topped it up with water so it pours nice. Now, so don't worry about the water, like how much, there's no ratios involved. It's literally just add some boiling water so it pours nice. Right, so now the fear of burning the spices over, we can turn the gas back on. Right, combine all of that tomato puree into the spice mix. I mean, those that have been following the last recipes, when the last one was Boona, it's done absolutely fantastic. Thanks for that, guys. And we've done Tikka masala, we've done madras, we've done a pathia. Pathia's just gone off the chart. People will be familiar with this method of making these very big curries. And, you know, it's not to say that I don't like base gravy, like the Indian restaurant base gravy, which I've been doing for 10 years. That's great. absolutely great. But it's not essential to getting that Indian takeaway flavour anymore because we're reconstructing this a different way. Think about what's in base gravy. Boiled onion, boiled peppers, coriander, spices, tomatoes. Sounding similar? When we've done all that here, except we haven't spent 2 hours boiling it all down and blending it. So we've done all of the same steps, but we've just done it a different way. And now we're going to add a tablespoon of Naga. That's going to give this Jalfrezi a nice kick. So mix that through the spice paste. Now we're going to add in all of the chicken. And we're going to cover the chicken with the spice paste. And we're going to cook that for 10 minutes. So just turn all that in. Lovely pot. Love a nice big surface area to work with. Right, that's it. All the chicken's covered. Right, what do we do now? We add the 500ml onion stock. And we mix all that through. You see how this comes along. You're going to think, oh my God, that went from that to that. Absolutely amazing. Add the lid. Did I say these lovely pots come with a nice, perfectly shaped lid that fits? And I'm going to leave that cooking for, yeah, you guessed it, 10 minutes. So that is the second stage complete. Right, let's take a look. There you go. There's the makings of the Jalfrezi. Now this is the exciting part. This is what I call the perfecto zone. So this is the part of the curry where you can perfect all those flavours. So now we're going to add all the chunky onion and peppers and chilies. There you go. Beautiful. And give them a stir, give that a stirring. Now you can see it's looking like a Jalfrezi. Once you've done this a few times, you'll get the hang of it, and I tell you, you'll probably be going through my entire catalogue of curries. We're going to go in with the salt and the sugar and the kasuri methi. This is the last 10 minutes, remember. I think we've already done a minute. So let's stick 9 on the clock. Rub that in. There you go, beautiful. And turn that in. Now, the last stage, we're going to keep the lid off because we want to reduce this down and concentrate all those lovely flavours. The high walls on this pot have stopped all the splashing and splodging. Turn that up. So this is the last 10 minutes. And so I'll see you back in 10. And then I'll be doing a nice taste test. That is marvellous. And that's it. The Jalfrezi is done. This is the most exciting time. Turn the gas off. That's the consistency you want. So you want some gravy. You don't want it to be too watery. Seeing lots of pictures with far too much water in it. Now, as far as cooking time is concerned, remember, I'm using a high output burner. This isn't normal, is it, in your kitchen? So you might need to add on some extra minutes to reduce it down. And also you might be using different cooking vessels. So throw in the coriander. I don't know if you can hear the dogs barking, but sorry about that. Right, stir through the coriander. We've left the coriander last. And now it's time to plate up. Right, so now it's the favourite part of my show, the taste test. Why won't it be? This is what it's all been about. I really hope you try this at home. So all you guys and girls out there, get your beers, take a swig, hype yourself up and give it a taste. Dig straight in. Nice bit of chicken and onion there. So that's how excited I am. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Oh my God, absolutely. I'm not just saying it, I'm not a liar. That is sensational. You're gonna have to try it yourself. I'm gonna end the show now. Love you all, thanks for following. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. But you know what? If you like this curry, maybe you'd like this one. and also maybe this one. But I'll see you in the next show. I don't know when, I know where. It'll be in this kitchen. It won't be too long. But I'm going on holiday next week. 2 weeks in sunny Cyprus. Don't follow me, give me some peace, not really. And I'll see you soon. Take care, over and out.